Next, in terms of our accomplished speakers, is Jane Fitzgibbon. Jane is married to Michael. He's been married to Michael for 25 years and is the third generation sheep and cattle farmer in southwest Victoria. Jane's the mother of Sophie and Sam and grandmother of Poppy. A registered nurse working in Terang and Mortlake Health Service for 28 years, the past 10 years as Director of Nursing. Southwest is a very good area to come from, as Jonathan and myself know. Breed a lot of champions down that way. In collaboration with St John of God Mental Health, Shire representatives, Emmanuel College, Coast FM Radio and other community members, the Let's Talk initiative has evolved and been presented to over 2,000 people, including schools, sporting clubs, etc. The plan in 2017 and the vision for Let's Talk is to continue to present across communities in southwest Victoria with the aim of reducing stigma and encouraging early intervention. So what you can take away from tonight is that it doesn't only need to be in country West Victoria, but reducing stigma and encouraging early intervention on the side of mental health in any community can only benefit us all. So I'll hand over to Jane. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike, and thanks for welcoming me here, and thank you to the Xavier Football Club for having us all here tonight. Hope I can use this, Mike. Perfect. Okay, Let's Talk is a community initiative that arose in response to the rising deaths by suicide in our southwest region. In total, in the southwest, in 2016, there were 16 known suicides across all age groups, and in particular for young people. One of these tragedies resulted in a group of concerned members of our community coming together and developing the Let's Talk program. 2015, the Bureau of Statistics is that over 3,000 people took their own lives across Australia. That's double our road toll. It's the highest in 10 years. The membership of our Let's Talk committee includes the St John of God mental health clinicians. There's media representatives from Coast FM, local government, our shires, private businesses, emergency services, student wellbeing from our secondary colleges, people with a lived experience of a major mental illness, and families who have lost a loved one. So the aim of Let's Talk, as it is here, is to learn self-care, to express your feelings, to tell someone loves you. Talk, ask, listen and keep talking. It's not hard. It's what we all need to do. Since May 2016, we've had 18 formal presentations, mostly by word of mouth, conducted by the mental health team and some other key individuals. Over 2.5 listeners have heard the Let's Talk presentation. It's not long, it's for an hour, which has widely been embraced across all age groups, with an emphasis on the message to young people and their support systems and their families. The goals of Let's Talk are to reduce the stigma of mental illness. If we don't reduce the stigma of mental illness, this is going to continue. Encourage help seeking and increase the competency of our whole community of how to ask the question where there are concerns. Our presentation format is fairly quite simple. There's a lived experience of a family member left behind after someone suicides, providing a powerful impetus for listening and hearing the message of hope for the future, and that no one hopefully ever has to choose that option, for it is an unbearable emotional pain, no doubt for the individual, but also for the family and friends. There's always help. There's also a presentation including the symptoms of stress, anxiety and depressive disorders, communication coaching, referral pathways. Communities need to be informed about referral pathways and appropriate services that are available, and assistance, a simple assistance of talking to someone and seeking out your GP. The pilot program has been evaluated with positive outcomes which confirm the need for it to be ongoing for a greater length of time in our southwest community. GP referrals have increased since the presentations have occurred. In 2016, GPs commenced 12 people on treatment that had never sought help before for their illnesses. They didn't recognise what was happening to them. And they actually stated at their GP presentations that they had been to one of our presentations. There was one football club that we actually presented at, and there were 6 people went, and that's young people and other ages, actually went to see their GP following it. Organisations, football clubs, netball clubs and schools have requested follow-up sessions at 6 and 12-month intervals. We're looking at a 3-year program for our schools and our sporting clubs across our communities. This isn't just about the Southwest. This is about everybody here. You've all got families, you've all got friends. We all need to unite together to break this stigma surrounding mental health. It's all right to tell someone about your feelings, that you're feeling sad, you're lonely, you're not sleeping, or if you're worried about something. No one should suffer in silence. 1 in 5 of us are going to have a mental health illness at some point in our life. We are going to have challenges. I could divide this room right now and say half of you are going to have a mental health issue at some stage due to a challenge or something occurring in your life. And you need to talk. You need to find someone to talk. Talk to your family, talk to your friends, talk to your GP. Do not let it bottle up. So if I asked you all here today, if you were going to tell your parents, if you're going to tell your friends, your children, if you had a physical illness, I'm 100% confident that you would go and do that. But I'm concerned that you would not tell one of your friends or one of your families if you were feeling sad or lonely. And that needs to change now, not tomorrow, right now. What's the most important thing that you value in life? Not necessarily Xavier Football Club, although I know it's high on the list. What would be the most important thing, do you think? This is the most important thing you're ever going to have. This is my family, this is my husband, and my beautiful children, Sophie and Sam. And your friends are also the most important things that you have, and your families. No one can take that away. As a parent, I had 2 precious gifts. And on the 31st of March last year, our son, Sam, could not open up his feelings and tell his parents or his friends how he was feeling. And his life was taken away from us. Sam took his own life. He was 21. It was 4 days before his 22nd birthday. Feelings of sadness that lead to depression can occur at any age. You're not unique, or at any time. But when this occurs, you need to seek help. There is always help. As parents, we have one goal. It's to ensure our children are loved, safe and happy. And as Shane said, it doesn't matter what our children do, what they study, what sport they play. We just want them to be safe, happy and loved. There's never a problem too big or small that can't be talked about with your parents and friends. You're going to get challenges. I've had challenges. Everyone in this room will get a challenge. There's always a solution. To the outside world, this beautiful boy here with that smiling face, and that smile was there every day, he appeared happy, making future plans for the farm, travel plans, big smile, always the biggest handshake, probably a bit like Brownies. If he had a physical illness, he would be ringing me at work at the hospital, "Mum, get me an appointment." He didn't have financial concerns. He had a great network. He had family and friends who loved him. He had a community that loved him. Sam was a very proud boy. He was a perfectionist, and this is not an uncommon trait in young males. He could write us a letter detailing how much he loved us all, detailing how much he loved the farm, loved his friends. He never wanted to be anywhere else. But he could also write that his mental health had taken over, and right or wrong, he had to leave us. Due to Sam's pride, that silent illness of anxiety and depression spiralled, and he took his own life. Sam would never want to upset anyone or be the centre of attention. If Sam could have just told any one of us, any of his friends, his family, how he's feeling, we would have done anything for his road to recovery. It breaks my heart, but Sam made a bad choice. A bad decision not to tell anyone how he was feeling. He kept those feelings locked inside, hidden away behind that smile. Anxiety and depression is a treatable illness. Remember, 1 in 5 of us are going to be challenged at some stage, and 1 in 5 of us will possibly have anxiety and depression, and that's okay. But because Sam didn't speak up to us, we couldn't save him, and his illness spiralled. So, as a parent, this is heartbreaking on so many levels. What did we miss? Why couldn't Sam tell any one of us? We want all of you in this community, you've all got family, you've all got friends, you all know someone, to be part of a cultural change, and that's what it needs to be. It's a normal conversation, just as a physical illness, you have a normal conversation about your mental health. No government or service is going to change how we talk as individuals. We all have the power in this room to make that change. This is you have the power. The change is up to the community. That means every person in this room today has the power to make this change. Because there's one precious asset, and it's all of you. Thank you.